I have got to do a follow-up video on the installation video I did of the Atlas 10x30 Safe Cellar, which I appreciate getting 1 million views in almost 2 weeks, but I've got like 2,000 goofy comments, and I've got to respond to some of these. I mean, do you guys think idiots are making these things or what? But let me get into some of these questions here that you guys sent me. It's kind of funny. It's kind of humorous, actually. So questions like, shut up. What is wrong with this? That damn paperclip keeps going on here. Hold on. Those pre-click things. All right. So question comes from Neil Archer. Hey, Neil. How do you close the door that's above the ground from the inside? Well, let me answer some questions here. First of all, the hatch locks from the inside and it locks from the outside. So some guy says, well, all you got to do is put a lock on it from the outside and they're locked in. Yeah, that's true, but I outthought the guy. So inside there's a little flat plate that sticks up where the lock goes in a hole. I put a bolt on it here, so somebody locks me from the outside, I undo the bolt and the hatch raises on its own. So the answer is you can't get locked in the shelter from the outside. So another guy says, well, what if you park a Mack truck on top of it? Well, that works good too. Problem is it's got two 12-ton hydraulic jacks on it, which will raise 50,000 pounds. So you can raise a Mack truck off your hatch. Okay, so let me see this guy. Jeremy3142 says, LOL, the galvanized pipe part, since it has a check valve, as long as pressure is put in from the outside, say goodbye to your life easy, because there's no way to get air in, out, as long as they maintain pressure. Well, first of all, maybe you should go back to grammar school and type a little better. But let me explain some things to you guys. There's air in and there's air out. The air, when it comes in, it goes through a HEPA filter and it goes through a carbon filter when the filter is hooked up. One is to clean out the biological and chemical agents, and the other one is to get out the nuclear agents. Okay, that's why they call it an NBC air filtration system, nuclear, biological, chemical. The air just doesn't go in. So some guy put a comment, well, why don't you just pour gasoline down the air pipe and suffocate him? Well, because I outsmarted him there. So if you try to pour gas into my pipe, it goes straight into the ground. Now, the air pipe, instead of being level once the air comes in, so this is what it's like. You got a J-hook here, and then there's an air pipe, and the air pipe isn't actually going level, it's actually going uphill. So if water came in, it would have to be able to travel uphill, which it can't. So air will travel up here because it's being sucked in by an NBC air filtration system. So when the hot air coming in from the outside meets the cold air from the inside, it creates condensation. Well, that's water to you guys that don't know what condensation is. So the water, because the pipe is tilted, will roll back, and it will also fall down and go through the check valve. So that is what is called a tamper-proof condensation air system, which I actually got from the United States military. But for some reason, nobody uses this system, but it seems like me. I don't know why other people don't do it. They put maybe PVC pipe or something that could be bent, cut, or burned in a fire or whatever. Some people use steel air pipes, but I hot dip galvanize the air pipes so they won't rust on you. I put in a condensation air pipe that can come out anywhere on the property you want. Now, one guy says, why don't you have the air pipes come out 400 feet away? Because the suction power on the air system is only 40 feet. So the longest I can run an air pipe is 40 feet. So have you ever tried to suck through a straw, then you put 2 straws together and try to suck, it gets harder, and then you put 3 straws together and try to suck, you can't suck? Because there's only so much suction power that you can have from your mouth. The air system has the same thing. It's limited to 40 feet. So I can exit the air out of this shelter as far as I want, but I can only bring air in from as far as 40 feet away. Otherwise, the machine itself will not suck in enough power. So I'm going to read another question here. Reminds me if Fallout is cool. Okay, whatever. Great location. When the content of that silo comes out and collapses house on top. Well, okay. First of all, the silo next to the bunker is part of the new house that's being built, okay? And as far as that crew that came there and installed that, okay, they all came from California, all right? And the truck that showed up that said Atlas on it, we just did that because that was being filmed for a TV episode as well, and we're just kind of showing off with it. But we don't ever pull up to your house and say, Atlas Bomb Shelters or Atlas Survival Shelters is here. That truck is for our show truck. We only take it to shows, but you know, for TV that day, we did that. So another question. So where do you sleep? Well, that particular bunker in that episode is a wine cellar, a kitchen, a bathroom. It's really a party room under the house that will double as a wine cellar, a tornado shelter, but the couch turns out into a bed for 2 people. So that bunker is really only designed for 2 people, but they can hang hammocks from the ceiling and you can sleep in hammocks, okay? But as you can tell in that video, that bunker was built like a nice house inside. Serious Smoke says, I'm looking for a room to rent. Okay, haha. Canadian Prepper. All right, I know this guy. All American Preppers Vacation Spot. Thank you, Nate. I actually know who that guy is. Hack 3RPL. Look at the size of that gut. Must be 17 cheeseburgers in that thing. I guess you're talking about Wes, the guy with the fat ass. Yeah, he's eating a few hamburgers. I'll agree with you there. Here's a guy, Michael Relish, says, $100,000 for a bunker with a door that opens outwards. Have fun opening it with those 60 surrounding trees toppled over, potentially blocking the door. All right, well, Michael, that's what the hydraulic jacks are for if something falls on the hatch. That hatch is made of 3/8-inch AR-500 bulletproof steel. So the jacks will just raise it up. Now we'll have it in future videos. We'll park cars and trucks and we'll jack it up. You see, guys, anything that you can come up with to be sarcastic or kind of mean, there's an answer to it. Use your common sense. But you can't give away the farm and tell everybody the secrets of a bomb shelter. You know, but maybe later I'll tell you how to get people out of a bomb shelter, if there is a way to get them out. But there's no bomb shelter made by man that can't be penetrated through some point at some time. All right, so Daniel Ostilero, 7 hours ago, said primitive survival bunker. Archie McAfter, 3 days ago, says grow ops. Whatever that means, I don't know. Okay, Kirill Cooligan, hello, says extremely safety from your wife to have some wine for a month. You got the right idea there, buddy. Yeah, go down in the bunker, get drunk, and leave your wife up topside. Oh, LOL, a wine cellar. You mean food, fuel, water, storage area. So in other words, this lady's got her bunker loaded with wine and no food and fuel. But actually, the air system was hidden behind the wall. The escape tunnel has a door in front of it, but all the storage is in the escape tunnel as well. There's a lot of storage. It's got a lot of, or you can put a lot of like 100-pound or 50-pound bags of rice and beans or whatever in there, and water as well. So there's a lot of storage in the escape tunnel where you're thinking, well, how are you going to get out of the escape tunnel? You just pull it out, then go through the escape tunnel if you ever got to use it, okay? Somebody commented in here, well, what if you just clog the air pipes? They can't breathe. That's very true. That's very true. You clog the air pipes, they can't breathe. But there are CO2 scrubbers for the serious prepper. Now, what a CO2 scrubber does, it's like it's a curtain or it's a filter. But what it does, it pulls the carbon dioxide out of the air, it runs it through a filter, and then in the bunker, you've got to have an oxygen bottle to release oxygen. And when the oxygen runs out and the filters run out, then you are screwed. You're going to die unless you escape. So the concept is, as you can tell on the Atlas shelter behind me, you enter on the one side where the family's coming in. There's also a gas-tight door there in case there's fires or anything. You can't be gassed out. Or if this room floods, let's say you have a flood like they had in Houston, that room floods, it floods that room, but it doesn't flood the bunker. So all you got to do is pump the water out there. So the design and the patent on this is really good. You come in one side, and if somebody's blocking your entrance, you go out the other side. You go through the escape tunnel, you flank him, and you shoot the sumbitch in the back. That's what you do, okay? I mean, come on, give me a break. You think we're a bunch of idiots designing bunkers here, but we're not. So let me read a few more of these comments. But is there Wi-Fi? Well, I don't put in the Wi-Fi, but I guess you can put in Wi-Fi. You can put in anything you want in a bunker. Look, a bunker's no different than having a basement in a house. If you can have it in the basement of your house, you can have it in the bunker, okay? Only for tornadoes. This does not protect you in an earthquake, nuke, flood. Okay, well, first of all, what you're seeing here is a fallout shelter. The difference between a fallout shelter and a bomb shelter is a fallout shelter is anything that's basically 3 feet below ground that will protect you from the radiation, the alpha and beta radiation emitted from the fallout from a nuclear bomb. A bomb shelter is a shelter designed to withstand a certain amount of blast and keep you alive afterwards, okay? So if you want a bomb shelter, typically you go to a round shelter and you go 10, 12 feet underground. If you want a fallout shelter, you don't even have to be very far underground. You just got to have at least like 2 feet of concrete or 3 foot of earth between you and the surface, and that will pretty much protect you from 99% of the gamma radiation. Sexy Korean girl, wow. You are sexy, look at you. Not deep enough, Fallout boy. That's what she says to me. Hey, call me, you look good. I'm gonna end it there, but anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll tell you what, I've got a new channel. God dang it, stupid ass, damn computer minds, apologize there. But anyway, I have this new channel called Billy Bombproof that's hosted by me and this guy named Billy Bombproof. This old cranky bastard is what I call him. But he's really funny. It's got a lot of jokes. The show starts off funny, then we really cover the survival gear from a lighthearted point of view instead of all being doom and gloom and boring and stuff. So there's a lot of comedy in it. But I suggest you guys go over to the Billy Bombproof channel and just check it out. It's worth the laugh. It's funny. And the first 10,000 subscribers get a free survival card from Ready Man, which is really cool. It's got like a built-in hook and a barbs for frog gigging. It's got a spear point. It's got a knife. It's got a fish scaler. And this thing's like flat. It fits right in your wallet. It only weighs like a gram. It's really cool. But you get one for free. So it's about a $15 value with postage. So just subscribe. 10,000 you're going to get one for free. And but in the future episodes, we're going to put in more bunkers, different types of bunkers. And you know, not everyone will let me film at their property. But one thing I will never do, I will never give away the customer's name, their location, and these guys that are coming in, they're typically film crews from California and places like that. We use very few local sources except for maybe the excavator. But you know, so we are a little picky about who we let on the job site, and we do have to have them sign non-disclosures. Will that help keep them out when the Shtf? Well, I guess they'll find out if that ever happens. Let's all pray that nothing ever does happen and the world stays at peace. But until then, just remember that a shelter is no different than insurance. You know it, you buy it in case you need it. You hope you never use it, but it's there. Also, you guys building houses, you got to get into the NATO series. I want you to imagine this. You got a house, you got a secret entrance going to a secret room called the Wine NATO or the Safe Cellar. We call it two different things. That is the coolest thing, but that's what was in that 10 by 30 video. That lady just happened to turn it into a wine cellar with a fireplace and a bedroom, or not a bedroom, with a living room and a kitchen and a shower and whatever. But there are some other things you actually didn't see there, but I'm saving that for the TV episode. But I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time on the next build. See you guys around. Bye-bye.